All right, guys, we're back at it. Today we are doing the Las Vegas Raiders. Once again, make sure you are a part of the Facebook group, NFL Mock Draft hyphen NFL Draft Fanatics, or just go to groups and it's mock drafts. We've got it coming up on 19,000 members. Just started this new YouTube, so I'm excited to grow this with the group. That's kind of the plan, is for us to kind of go in on this together, so we're trying to brainstorm some stuff. But today, thanks to our boy James Owens here, who came up with the Raiders mock draft, we're going to be reviewing his mock. Again, this is a $100 competition. It's already closed because I picked all the 32 teams. Some of them are me, by the way, and yes, I can win my own $100 if that happens. It's not my fault. People decided not to do certain teams, and I had to do it. But it's going to be like the Panthers and people that don't have first-round picks. Nobody's going to care. But make sure you get in. I want to do more stuff like this. I want to have some fun. And again, today we're doing the Raiders. So quick overview. I am a Packer fan, as you can see, so I got to kind of work through the process of trying to understand stuff because I don't know the Raiders all that well. So here is, for example, the PFF grades. And as I'm looking at it, very odd situation with the quarterback where O'Connell seems to be the starting quarterback. We got Jimmy Garoppolo under contract for another year. But I'm guessing that ship has sailed. I don't exactly know. I'm trying to kind of get my bearings on this and try to figure out where everybody's at, and it kind of seems like that's the case. So we're probably going to be letting him go. I don't know. Running back situation is kind of a disaster. Josh Jacobs, as you can see, didn't even have his best full year. It looks like he missed 4 games due to injury, though. But on top of that, he's a free agent. And again, I don't know. I'm hearing rumors on my end, like, oh, he's going to be a free agent and all this. Maybe in Raiders circles, it's like, no, we're definitely bringing him back. But there's also Amir Abdullah and Brandon Bolden that are also free agents. So running back is a concern. Our fullback, Jacob Johnson, sorry if you can hear the vacuum. Just terrible timing. Also a free agent. So guys that run the ball, big priority. Wide receiver. We've got Devontae Adams locked up through 2027. But he's 32 years old. Hunter Renfro's in the final year of his deal. He's 29 years old. And then we got Jacoby Myers. So wide receiver, although we got guys, it wouldn't hurt to look into that. Tight end, obviously, we invested in Michael Mayer. That's a big one. But Austin Hooper, Jesper Horsted are free agents, so we may be looking at some depth issues there. And then offensive line, I mean, man, oh man. We got Colton Miller. Dude is fantastic over on the left side. He did miss some games due to injury and is 29 years old, but he's a good football player. We got Parham over here. He's young but not super great. Ben Brown is a what has he got? He's got a couple more years left. Oh no, that's who is this? This is Andre James. Well, Mr. Andre James, I don't even know if he's still on the team anymore. On top of that, Greg Van Roten, Ronis Grasu, Jermaine Illuminor, Brandon Parker, all free agents. So the bottom line is we don't have a lot of guys, and even if we bring them back, I think we need some depth. We need some depth, especially on the interior. I mean, Ben Brown is the only guy I'm seeing listed as a center right now. I don't know what happened to Mr. James there. And then again, our starting 2 right guards are both free agents, leaving just DJ Fluker on the right side. So I think we need some bodies. Even if we bring everybody back, we got starters, but we need some depth there. And then on the defensive side of things, obviously, I mean, Crosby is an absolute freak. Only 27. We don't have to worry about that for a while. Kuntz is in the final year of his deal. He seems to be a good player, so I'm guessing we just bring him back. Janarius Robinson, also in the final year of his deal. But we got Tyree Wilson there, who's a young guy that we're hoping can kind of grow. So as far as all the needs, this probably is not the biggest. Interior, probably a bigger need. We don't have much talent, and on top of that, Jenkins, Bilal Nichols, Adam Butler, all free agents. Jerry Tillery's in the final year of his deal. And again, on top of losing bodies, we just don't have a lot of talent there to begin with. And then we got Spillane here, who's a good linebacker, but he's in the final year of his deal, as is Divine Diablo. Both of these guys, final years, and Curtis Bolton is a free agent. So we got some decisions to make there. And then safety, we got Trayvon Morig, 25 years old, final year of his deal. Presumably we pay him, but, again, he just keeps saying that. We'll pay him. Some of these guys can't get paid. Epps on the other side, also final year of his deal. He's 28 years old. Are we giving him a contract, or are we just going to let him ride into the sunset? Behind him, we got some depth, but not a lot of guys that I think we have a lot of faith in, if I had to guess. Guys I've never even heard of. And then at corner, finally, we've got Jack Jones, 27 years old. We got him for a couple more years. Nate Hobbs is in the final year of his deal, 25 years old. So presumably we bring him back. He did miss some time due to injury. And then Amik Robertson on the boundary there, 26 years old. He is a free agent. We'll see if we bring him back or not. So, I mean, a lot of needs everywhere. Special teams looks okay, aside from the fact that our top special teamers are Kuntz in the final year of his deal, Amir Abdullah, and Brandon Bolden, who are free agents, and then Paulo Mao, or whatever his name is, also he's locked up for a while. So, I mean, it kind of feels like pretty much anything we do makes sense. Maybe wouldn't touch edge, but even then, I'm not going to be mad at you. But let's get into it. With the 13th overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Terrion Arnold, cornerback, Alabama. So again, we talked about it, right? If you look at the cornerback room, there's nobody here that we're looking at going, bro, this is an elite guy. Technically, 32 teams, you're not really a number one if you're 33rd, right? So we don't even have, like, Jones would be a good number two. And then again, Robertson is a free agent. So if we can have Terrion Arnold come in and go boom right here, Jones is our number two, Hobbs in the slot, we bring back Hobbs, I think we got a pretty good unit. But we got to get that true lockdown guy, so we got him with Terrion Arnold. And then we attack the quarterback position with Michael Penix Jr., probably about as good of a situation as you can. I don't know. I know there's some teams like Vikings fans are thinking they're going to trade up. I don't know, man. That's a long haul. I'm guessing the Raiders aren't going to be able to do that. But if you can come back on the other side of it and come away with a guy like Penix, obviously that's a fantastic situation. No disrespect to Mr. O'Connell, but I don't think that's going to be a thing. And that was at pick 44. At pick 77, Cedric Van Pran. As I said, center situation, not the greatest in the world. I don't even know who our starting center is right now. I'm sure you guys do, but it's kind of a mess, and if nothing else, we need some depth. But I think we got a starter here. 6'4", 310-pound center out of Georgia. You can see he's only ever been a center, so there's probably not a ton of versatility. You could try him at guard if it came to that. But we need a center. The run blocking's got better every year. Pass blocking, he really excels at. He's given up one sack in his 3.1 years playing at Georgia. That's pretty impressive. With the 113th pick, the Las Vegas Raiders select, excuse me for my voice, Blake Fisher, tackle out of Notre Dame, 6'6", 312 pounds. We continue to attack the offensive line. Again, I think we got a pretty solid guy here in Miller, but big questions over on this side. Again, Illuminor did a decent job, but as you can see, he's not a very good football player. He's 29 years old. And he's a free agent. So right now we're kind of looking at Thayer Munford, I think would be our right tackle. I'm not super pumped about that. So we got a guy that's going to come in. You can see he's got some pretty good games here as a pass blocker. Probably needs a little work, but he's a massive human being and not even 21 years old, which is pretty massive when you're looking at future prospects. At pick 147, the Raiders select Tyler Davis, defensive tackle out of Clemson, 6'2", 300 pounds. As you can see, he's a little bit more of a run defender than he is a pass rusher, but I think if you're a Raiders fan, primarily you're looking at it and saying, I don't give a crap. We just need somebody. And look, we've taken swings at the Belial Nicholses and the Jerry Tillerys, and it just doesn't seem to be panning out. Maybe we just go a little bit bigger, a little bit more stout, and see if we can kind of bolster this. Not to say he's bad at it. I mean, 22 pressures on 277 attempts is what, 7-ish%? I guess that's something. I don't know. At the 210th pick, the Raiders select Marcus Rosemy-Jacksaint, wide receiver out of Georgia. So again, wide receiver might not be the biggest immediate need. We got Devontae, we got Myers, we got Hunter Renfrow. We're feeling pretty good. But I don't know for how long, right? I mean, obviously Devontae, all those rumors, they came out, they slapped it down. They're like, this dude isn't going anywhere. But you got to face the fact that he's 32. Again, Hunter Renfrow, final year of his deal. We got to start looking into the future. So we're going to try to start developing some guys. And while we got Devontae, we might as well see if we can't, pick his brain a little bit. At pick 221, we got Jalix Hunt, edge rusher, out of Houston Christian. He is 6'4", 248 pounds, a little bit smaller, but so is Max Crosby, so can't really worry about that too much. Pass rush grades were through the roof, obviously smaller school, but 37 pressures, 8 sacks on just 229 pass rush attempts. Again, we've got good pass rushers. Maybe some questions about longevity. We got Max and Tyree Wilson for the long term. Not sure what we have in Tyree Wilson. Malcolm Kuntz is in the final year of his deal, as is Janarius Robinson. Could just bring them back, I don't know. But looking to get a little bit of depth a little bit later in the draft. At pick 225, the Raiders select Daijun Edwards, running back out of Georgia. A lot of Georgia guys. 5'10", 201 pounds. I think you can get running backs pretty much anywhere and find some studs, and I think this may be one. As you can see, 4 years, 2.5, 3-ish total. But he's just been fantastic every single year. 879 yards, 5.4 yards per attempt, 13 touchdowns with 1 fumble. And, as I mentioned, the running back situation is a disaster. Right now we got Zamir White. Now, we could bring back Amir Abdullah. We could bring back Josh Jacobs, whatever the situation may be. But I'm guessing one way or another we're going to need a running back to come into this mix. Final pick. At pick 227, the Raiders select J.D. Bertrand, 6'1", 233-pound linebacker out of Notre Dame. Good pass rusher, decent coverage, solid run defense, okay tackling. You can see he exploded in 2023, so there's that upward trajectory, that growth. He's obviously not going to be the youngest guy spending 4 years there, but the upward trajectory and growth is a real positive sign. And then, again, if you look at the linebacker situation, we got a couple guys that are in the final year. Our 2 starters are in the final year of their deal. So, I mean, you always need it for the special teams, for some depth. Curtis Bolton is probably on his way out. But either way, this could be a replacement for the future. So, anyways, folks, that's it for the Raiders. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel is number 1. Number 2, join the Facebook group. We're going to be doing giveaways, all kinds of fun stuff. You can be involved. You can even come on here, and we'll do a mock together or whatever. We'll figure some fun stuff out. But make sure you get involved, and I will catch you on the next one.